Working a 9 to 5 is like working as a slave, but in a more advanced society. People got told by their mom and dad to go to college, get a degree, get a high paying job, and then they think that if I want to get rich, I want to work here for the next 40 years. I want to work and save, and invest into some index funds or something. And repeat, just repeat. And when they reach 70 or 80 years old, they have their first $1 million in the bank and they'll be so happy and they want to spend it all. But seconds later, they die and they are on the ground. Because I want to say this is, I'm not saying this because I want to, shame the 9 to 5 workers. I work at a 9 to 5 myself and I know the difficulties really, really well. And I think that there are two major cons that is associated with a 9 to 5. The first one is that you have no control over anything in the job. You can control your wage, you can control how your boss and how he you can control your boss and you can control how he give orders and the tasks you must do. You cannot control your times. Like you can only work a maximum of like 12 hours a day before you burn out. And it's just really limited in every ways possible. And the second thing is that you have no leverage. What I mean by leverage here is time. Time is been taken by your job, by you, from you. You're losing times and you're trading time for money. I think that is like an obvious thing that everyone never doubt today. But trading your time is like trading your life. You cannot turn time into more time in order to make for you more money. You cannot leverage it. And for somebody who have a family, like you work from Monday to Friday and you got two off days, the Sunday and Saturday and Sunday, but your kids, they grow every day. They're growing up, they're experiencing life, and they don't care if you they doesn't care if you work for like 5 days in a week. They need you all the time, and even your wife as well. She needs a lot of emotional support from her husband, and if you're not there, she will be more likely to do bad things. And because I don't know, there are a lot of patient and good women out there. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying what I've learned, and what I've learned is that um, people who work a 9 to 5, I think they tend to neglect their family more because they are too busy at working and earning money in order to save for their future. They have a saying that sacrifice today for a more secure tomorrow. But if you're doing that for like 40 years, and then you end up in a wheelchair with gray hair and you're 80 years old and you got $1 million in your bank. That sounds awesome, right? But I don't want to be that awesome, bro. Like, okay, so you guys might be tired of me saying this, and I'm not gonna, tell you to like fucking start a business or trading or doing something that off the track. And I mean, I'm just a fucking 19 years old boy, and I don't even know what I'm like talking here, but I only want to share what I've learned with you. And I I just found out that this is really it's pretty deep because I worked as a 9 to 5 for the first time in my life last year, and I've never considered it as something that I should be thinking about. I just work for money, and it's that simple. But I guess that to some people, this is more than enough. It provides them stability and it provides them money, and that's what they need. But stability is not even guaranteed. The reason why it's so difficult for you to sustain that 40 years of work until you get your first million is that you can get laid off anytime nowadays because of fucking AI, and there might be some pandemic in the future. I don't know. And like I think the this way is just not sustainable for the long run. Like many people have thought. And I'm saying that I have no right to convince anyone to do anything. Like that is my disclaimer here. And I just found that I just think that there got to be some other way to get out of this. Like, am I just being delusional here? And I'm dreaming too big. Maybe my dream is way too big for a normal person or even myself. Uh, I'm still in the stage of don't know which direction to go. Either I keep studying at uni and get a degree and go do something for the rest of my life, or I can do something else. And I know that, and I'm just kind of tired of it, and it's in my head way too much lately. And the way I deal with it is just to relax myself and do what I like to forget all about this trouble. Maybe I'm escaping the reality here, but I guess it's fine with me. I don't really care that much. And yeah, I just want all of this knowledge is from the book The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. And I think for the first few chapters I read, I think it's a really great book because it doesn't tell you what to do. It doesn't tell you like here's the 5 steps to become an entrepreneur and start your first business. And it doesn't say any of that bullshit. It's just saying that you have to change your mindset about money in order to look at life in a different perspective. And it's kind of at first I thought that if I open that book, I read through it enough, I would find like a secret recipe to success. But I guess the secret is just in here. I guess it's right in here. It's your mindset. And uh, you gotta do something with it. You gotta train it. You gotta train your brain. You gotta train the right mindset. And that's all I'm trying to do right now at the moment. I know that's I'm still too inexperienced. And when what I say is not have been tested much by me myself, because I don't have a lot of experience. And so if you guys if you like this video and you want me to make an update on it, I will probably experiment some of what the book said, and I will probably make an update on this. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you for watching. See ya.